Have you guys seen this Nikocado and Stephanie Sue situation? I have. We need to talk about it.
I can swear, I can joke, I see what's on my mind. If I drink, if I smoke, I keep up with the guys. And you see me holding up my middle finger to the world, like your ribbons and your pearls, 'cause I'm not just a pretty girl.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sovereign's Court. My name is Devana and I am cooking my lunch right now because I'm gonna have some barbecue chicken and champagne because I'm the sovereign and I do what I want. It is the best feeling in the world to just do whatever the heck you want, live your life however you want. I should have done this years ago. Like, it's amazing. I wear pajamas when I go grocery shopping. I wake up when I feel like it. I have champagne for lunch. Being sovereign is great. And if you don't know how to do it, I'm gonna teach you, but that's not what today's video is for. Today's video is to talk about this ongoing drama that I keep seeing in my newsfeed from Stephanie Sue and Nikocado Avocado. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna give you a full run through of what has happened up until now, and then we're gonna discuss my issues with both of them. Okay, so let me get situated here. Stephanie Sue and Nikocado Avocado are both mukbangers. Well, what's a mukbanger, y'all? Mukbang is a type of video in which people sit down and eat. Yeah, that's it. They eat on camera. And it's a thing that people watch. And apparently it's popular. I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah, it's pretty popular. So I'm sure you've heard of mukbang. I had heard of mukbang. I didn't really understand it. But yeah, that's what they do. Stephanie Sue and Nikocado are both popular mukbangers and they decided to collab, which is mean get together and do a video between the two of them at the same time together. And they also did it with another friend of theirs, Zach Choi. So it was a threesome type of deal where they all got together and filmed a video. Now, situation occurred where Stephanie Sue invited Nikocado Avocado to her home in order to do a video, and previously to doing the video, they had discussed what they would talk about, what situations they would bring up, and Nick seemed like he had talked to Stephanie about talking about an issue that she had with another mukbang channel on YouTube. She did not want to discuss it and thought she had made it clear to Nick that she did not want to cross that bridge. She did not want to go there, which is understandable. Like, you know, sis not trying to stir up any drama. If it's dead, it's dead, leave it alone. So she's like, no, I don't want to talk about it. They got on camera and Nick decides to start pressuring Stephanie Sue to talk about the drama situation. And it made her really uncomfortable and she kept trying to get away from the situation and kind of play it off on camera. The video is actually out there in which, you know, he was telling her, pressuring her, asking her like, hey, you want to say anything? You gonna talk about this? All that stuff. Afterwards, Nick text messaged the other friend, Zach, and he expressed he was very disappointed that Stephanie didn't spill the tea. She didn't spill the business on her other mukbang situation friend. He wanted to hear some drama. He wanted to be the one to put that in a video and have it out there. And Stephanie was very upset about this. Also, while Nick was at Stephanie's house, he had kind of done some weird things. What I consider weird, but it was very troublesome to Stephanie. He was like taking pictures of her house and her security system and kind of being up her butt a little bit about her business and her life and what's the name of your fancy security system and what's this and what's that. And it kind of unnerved Stephanie. Not even kind of unnerved. Stephanie had a full-on breakdown. Okay, she did. And that video is up there too. Like, mental collapse at her house. We'll get to that. So then Stephanie makes a video crying and letting everybody know what Nick did, and it made her feel really uncomfortable and he was acting really irrational, and then he got mad at her over something that he really shouldn't have got mad at her for because she didn't want to talk about. The other person was Veronica Wang. She did not want to talk about that situation. She's like, I don't understand why you would put me in this predicament to make me feel this way. Stephanie had an issue with a sexual assault, so that situation was kind of triggering for her, so that's why it affected her so much. Nick honestly could have just said sorry, but of course he didn't, and he, you know, went on the defensive and everything. Basically, that's the story. Like, it kind of seems like Nick went behind Stephanie to kind of get some drama, to get a story. He didn't necessarily want to be Stephanie's friend. He just wanted a story from her, basically, and was kind of using her. Okay, let's talk about this because I can't take this anymore. The first thing, because Nick's situation is, it requires a deep dive. I need to paint these 2 nails. It's gonna require a deep dive. Stephanie, I do have an issue with Stephanie. Not personally. I'm sure the girl's great. Like, she's cute, she's fun, she's whatever. But my issue is, those of you who have been on my channel and seen other videos, I have a problem with whiners, and I've said it before. I don't like whining. I don't like it. Stephanie Sue, you are on a platform. You are a YouTuber. There are certain things that come along with accepting this job. You have to be prepared for people to judge you, to leave you snidey or mean comments. You have to be prepared to just accept certain things. And when you open up your home to somebody, you're putting yourself in a position where if something happens, you have to handle it. You have to be the strong person and let people know when it's time to get out. Okay? So I do have a problem with the whining because, number one, it wasn't that serious. If somebody's words can affect you that much to where you go that far off the deep end and it creates that big of a problem for you, you should not be putting yourself in a position to deal with anything like that from anybody. If you can't operate in a public space, if you cannot operate around your friends, or for whatever reason you just can't handle that and you know that you can't, you should not be there. If you are that fragile, that frail, that words can destroy you, Stephanie Sue should not have been a YouTuber, much less opened her doors to anybody at all. If I threw a party at myself, I know that I have to be strong enough to let people know when it's time to leave or when they're doing too much. That's the territory that comes with. So she put herself in a position that she shouldn't have. And that is on Stephanie. But that's the only thing that's on Stephanie. Sweetheart, woman to woman, you gotta knuckle up, buttercup. Girl, it hurt me to see another female on here that distraught because, you know, to me, in that situation, I would have just told Nick no and shut up, and that's it. Slapped him and sent him on his way. That should not have caused as much of a breakdown as it did. So clearly she's more of a fragile person, and YouTube is not for the faint of heart. It really isn't. Now Nick was wrong. Nick was wrong. 100% wrong. He did not even like Stephanie. He didn't care for Stephanie. He clearly used Stephanie to get something out of her. Taking pictures in somebody's house without them knowing, or like, that's not something that I would scream and rant about, but it would just be like, why are you doing that? Why? For what reason? Like, obviously you had ulterior motives. Using people is wrong. Horrible. And then, you know, going behind her back and talking to her behind her back to her friends and people that she respected, and then making fun of her on Snapchat, which he did. He got on Snapchat and was making fun of this girl. She was actually distraught, and she had told Nick, you know, I've been going in and out of sleep and I just can't handle it. Like, she was being vulnerable with him, and then he went on Snapchat and made a joke about it. Wow. And I'm not even making fun of Stephanie. I don't think that someone that fragile should be putting themselves in that type of position, but I would never make fun of someone's pain, ever. Nick was wrong on every level, every single level. And then he gets on YouTube recently and uploads a video talking about, I'm not sorry. Well, you know what? I can respect that. That I can respect. I can respect a person who admits that they're a terrible person. I totally respect that. You're still a terrible person, but I respect the fact that you know it. I respect the fact that you accept that you are a shitty person. You're a terrible person. If I did something wrong to somebody, or even if I didn't do something wrong, if I said something that brought somebody that far down to tears, even if I thought it wasn't that serious, I would just be like, damn girl, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was that serious. Like, but I didn't mean to hurt you. Like, you would still apologize, you know? If I stepped on somebody's toe and they had a complete mental breakdown over it, yeah, it's not that big a deal, but at the same time, they're legitimately hurt. So I would still be like, holy crap, I'm sorry. Like, a good person, no matter what, would still say sorry. But Nick freely admits that he's not a good person. And for that, I have slightly respect for him. Like, at least he's not lying about it. He's a crappy person. But this whole situation is nonsense. And when Stephanie came out and made that second video, I was proud of her. I was proud of her for that, because she did knuckle up. She came back strong. She laid it out and she said, I'm not scared of you, boo-boo. And I was just like, yes. I love to see women just glow up. I love to see women just snap back. Oh my God, that was just, if I knew where she lived, I would have sent her a present. Like, I would have sent her some flowers. Like, that girl came back and she was stronger for it. And sometimes being in these situations is what people need to grow. It's what you need to get better. It may hurt you for a quick second, but you will be all the better for it. And for that, she should thank Nick. Thank you, Nick, for being such an awful person, because Stephanie is stronger for it. Stephanie stood up for herself, which she went from crying on the video and having a total breakdown to a full-on clap back. Yes, girl. I am so proud of you, Stephanie. Now I can say, okay, sis can handle YouTube now. Okay, now you can handle YouTube, because I legitimately do have a problem with whiners. Like, people that have platforms, people that are political figures, or they put themselves purposely on a stage in front of the public and then complain about people judging them and looking at them and following them. I have no sympathy for you. If you don't want people up in your business, get off the stage. Go. That's like me sitting up on my YouTube channel crying because people say mean things to me in my videos, which they do. And you know what I do? I go and I grab my chalice and I drink their tears and I laugh at them. And then I pin their comment to the top of my video so everybody can see their stupidity. I enjoy the bullies. Bullies don't hurt me. They give me something fun to send my mom to while she's at work so we can laugh together. It brings us closer. I love the bullies. I love having someone to freely drag because they deserve it. I'm just, like, there's nothing a stranger can say to me that's going to reduce me to tears. Yeah. But people try it. And I enjoy that they try it. I legitimately don't even want YouTube to censor my comments. I don't want YouTube to censor my comments. YouTube, if you cannot censor my comment section, please don't. Don't. Let them be vicious, let them be mean. I enjoy reading that. It gives me life. Leave it there, okay? So this is the whole situation with Stephanie Sue and then Nikocado, Avocado. Also, Trisha Paytas decided that she wanted to jump in for whatever reason, and she's calling Stephanie Sue a psychopath. I'm like, I don't understand why Trisha's calling her a psycho. I feel like at the time when it first happened, Tiffany was being a bit too fragile, but she's since, you know, gotten herself together and came back, so that's fine. But I would be upset if someone was taking pictures of my place just to post them on the internet, because right now, like, my place, even though it's nice, it's not up to my standards as far as decorating. Like, I still want to put a carpet in and whatnot. And if they were just like uploading stuff to make me look bad, like, that's rude. Not to say that I'm dirty or anything, but if my trash bag is over by the door because I'm gonna take it out right after this video, but if somebody like came into my house and just took a picture of my garbage sitting by the back door and be like, oh, she's so dirty, she just leaves garbage everywhere. Like, certain stuff like that can be taken out of context and used against you, and that's what Nick was trying to do. So for that, screw you, Nick. That was awful. How dare you? That's horrible. Ew, ew. But I'm happy this is a learning lesson for Stephanie. And hopefully everybody else, you know, don't invite people in your house if you're not prepared to deal with whatever situation they may bring, okay? Cool. Hopefully the situation is done. I haven't heard anything else from Nick. It doesn't seem like Nick's trying to defend himself. Stephanie threatened to get lawyers involved because she does have proof that Nick was taking pictures in her house, but she can't drop the receipts because the state that we live in, because I live in California as well, is a two-party consent state in which you can't film somebody and release it without the other person's consent. So, but she got the proof. Like, baby got receipts, all right? But I felt like we all needed to talk about it because the story has been everywhere. So there's the rundown, and there's my thoughts on it. And thanks for tuning in to this court counsel, where we just sit down and discuss the happenings and goings abouts of the world and YouTube land. I will see you guys all later. Leave your comments and your thoughts below in the comment section on your thoughts of this situation. What did you think about it? Is this entire thing just stupid, or are you like, no, Nick was wrong and Stephanie needs to sue? Let me me know what your thoughts on. In the meantime, make sure you give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you can come back and chit chat and drink champagne with the rest of the court, because we enjoy having you around. All right, see you later. Bye.